Yeah, some people like me are just destined to fuck up everything that we mess with. Before it was made as a joke, I don't get it. Missed the call, but I guess I got the message. Usually I fall too hard, I'm addicted to pain. And if the world's on fire, I'll be swimming in flames, yeah. Cause I'm too impatient to wait for change. Oh no, I'm far from perfect. Used to think my only future was the night shift. Brain on ADHD, autopilot. And through it all somehow I kept smiling. I can never find the right words to say. Only a handful of family ever sees my face. But I'm only human, don't we all make mistakes? I'm drowning in my head again, and my thoughts don't want me to wait. They show compassion made of plastic. And I don't wanna be another tragedy, but I'd rather be dead than a skeleton dreaming about the things that he couldn't be. Cause I'm too impatient to wait for dreams.
Oh, there we go. Hello, and welcome to today's stream. How's it going, folks? How's it going, folks? Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Lovely Saturday here. We got an early bird. What's up, Diego? How's it going, man? Need a purpose to spend the resources? Well, I think the purpose for pulling this weekend was the Titan event, right? Unless you're not going for it. If you're not going for the Titan event, then yeah, it's definitely useless. For anyone watching the little preview there, we ended up losing. We ended up losing this fight here. That was really awkward there in the background. I think we could beat this team though. We beat this team, so this team 2 is fine. What happened here? What happened here was we just like died because they got turns. I don't think we need Ancora. I think we can run a Lydia here. But we do run the risk of not stripping off the stone skin, but we'll risk it. Here there was double feral, so there wasn't enough stone skin that we could actually burn. How's it going, Bob? What's up, man? So we can run Ancora here. That'd be a little better, actually. Orange is not really going to do all that much because we still have the same problem with the stone skin on. We can run Marius instead. Nuke him a little bit. Actually, there's no lightning cage here. So it's just whether or not we weak hit Duchess, which of course we do. So we deny that revival, but Duchess still has hers. That's unfortunate. Unlucky. But now we can do this. So we should kill Marius here, and then Taurus will murder himself. Oh, that's awkward. But regardless, Taurus kills himself. Kill Marius. And at least we kind of reset things, reset the table here. Duchess is still chilling. Alive for 5 years. She does that, which is fine. I think we can kill her. Alright, Duchess is dead forever. I'm gonna save the HP swap just in case we need it. So she is dead forever as well. Now Marius is gonna hit a lot weaker. And Taurus doesn't have any buffs, so they shouldn't be able to. Oh, they're just dead. Never mind. Okay. That works. Went for the 75 Titan event points. Nice, and you got a Geo. Ah, 2 months in. Nice, nice of you. Yeah, Geo is definitely a big pickup when you're just starting out. Oh, he's so low. Oh, we got lucky there. Okay. Good night, Odin. We gotta play for the extra turn, and we got it. Excellent. So then we kill Leo, double ignore, and Merciless for the win. There we go. Oh, actually, no, that might have been the gemstone. We could take a look at that later. I put a new gemstone into my Rhodos. Literally can't attack anyone. There's stone skin everywhere. Oh, he cut in. Awkward. That's unlucky. They are so slow, the Harima and the Tormund. Alright, let's bring Harima back, reset her. Awkward timing. Damn. We just go for the AoE here, just for the polymorph, I guess. God. An annoying team. She has to hit him. At least Ancora is protecting Marius, so maybe he'll actually get a goddamn turn. We blocked, or we moved the freeze so Marius didn't get the burn on him. Alright, Hilvy's dead. Harima has her A3 or A2, which means he's dead. Oh, that works. Alright, took a little bit, but we got it done. Struggling with the Frostbiter. And you Armor Gur, yeah, old school, man, old school. There's no shame in that. I used Armor Gur way back in the day for Frostbiter, the block revive on the A2. Although, I think you can get away with just like a Claude and an HP burner for Frostbiter in most cases. It kind of depends on your roster. Uh, 75 points with 40 ancients. The 1550 40 ancients. No, that's pretty bad luck, unfortunately. That, you know, assuming average rates of about 2 epics per 10 pop, which is 500 something points, it would take about 30 ancients. But, you know, obviously RNG varies greatly. But yeah. So the agenda, I guess it's a little bit gone now, but it's it was on the screen. But we got a decent amount of stuff to do today. I'm just gonna speed run my Grim Forest on easy or normal here. Do a little bit of that. There's not much to show there. I'm just kind of clearing stages. Then a little bit of champion training because we're gonna get some energy, of course, from the Grim Forest, a little bit at least. And then we're going to finish the champion chase. So I've got a ton of mystery shards, and we're going to burn some of those just to get to the 10k. I decided to go for it, just not with ancients, even though I could. So we got like 2,000 mystery shards to burn through, which shouldn't be too bad. And then, to my surprise, there is a challenge tournament starting tomorrow for Dragons, Sacred Order only. So we are going to be building a team for that. Unfortunately for me, I did not max Ezio. Mainly because I don't really need him, and he's relatively niche. But he would have been handy for the specific tournament. But I couldn't have known that, so it be what it be. But I do have Corvus, the Corruptor, so I do have poisons, but also you don't really need poisons for Dragon, even up and through hard mode. I do not have Marius? No Marius, okay. Free-to-play life, way back, hard for relying on Armor. Yep, no, yep, that's same deal, man. I slow and steady, like a Brogni Skathix combo, like before I even had Lydia. Just keep everyone alive, sell the Drakes probably, and ignore the burn, kill the minions. Literally just like spam Armigur's A2 as much as possible on the minions to kill them faster. And then eventually you go for the kill shot on the spider. That's how I beat it the first time. 4 or 5 years ago. Got Skrank now? Yeah, I mean, if you're 2 months in, right? I mean, didn't you start with a promo code? I don't know what all you can get with each other nowadays, but for me, Mordecai is a really, really good, one of the best early game promo codes. Just because, like you're saying, burn is hard to come by when you start the game. Which is really counterintuitive, but it's just one of those things where a lot of the there are a lot of epics who can do There are a lot of epics who can do HP burn, but when you're just starting out, it's harder to get the specific ones that do the right thing, especially void epics. All right. I am still holding true to my goal of beating Lishun with all 4 bosses alive on normal mode. I haven't fought any of the bosses yet. But apparently my pathing was suboptimal, so I don't exactly know where Lishun is on normal mode, but I'm guessing based on my pathing that he has to be in the upper right-hand corner. And that's, of course, the last corner for me to have cleared. So it'll be next week, I think. We'll get to do that live here. So there's one boss there, the second boss here, third one's up there. I don't know where the fourth one is, but it doesn't really matter. I just need to find Lishun. But at this point, I'm just kind of like collecting as much energy as possible, even though these nodes are really tiny. Because champion training, I thought it was going to be this tournament, champion training tournament, I thought it was going to be the standard 4-day one, but it's actually 3 days, which is doable for me. But nonetheless, I gotta grind a little bit harder than I was expecting to. But yeah, I decided to max out the champion chase just because of the 20 essence at the 10k milestone. Also, there's like, my group doesn't seem to be going like super hard, so I'm hoping that maybe the 10,000 might put me in the top, you know, top 3-ish, top 4 by the end of it. But there's also a whole nother, you know, day and a half, so I'm not crossing my I'm not expecting much, but we'll see. All right. So this should finish up the easy area. Not that it really matters one way or the other. Arguably, the entire area is easy. Welcome to the end game. Yep. This is what it comes to, guys. But I mean, you know, in fairness, right? This is what normal mode should be for an endgame player, right? Because if I was struggling on normal mode 5 years in, then the average person would not even be able to do anything. So I prefer this, even though it's relatively boring for me. And just like, you know, one champion running through everything single-handedly, but it is what it is. All right, good enough. Oh, actually, I might have missed one. That might still be a easy stage because it's right before the medium. It doesn't really matter. All right, we're out of distorted energy. So let's quickly get below the energy cap here, and then we'll burn through to 1,000 mysteries. Which, in fairness, you know, last year Plarium made that change, right, to or the tavern upgrades, quality of life stuff, and it's a lot easier to burn through mystery shards. I know I'd always talked about like maybe doing like a time-lapse video or something of, I guess it wouldn't be time-lapse, but just like a 2x speed, 3x speed time-lapse, just a video of burning through mysteries, just to kind of show how long it takes in the modern era. But it never, the opportunity never presented itself when I was also in a mood to record. So hopefully this doing it live on stream will suffice. But yeah, anyone else pull in their ancients for the weekend? Let me know what you got in the chat. Let me know. Always curious. I did my pulls, which is odd for me, because usually I wait till Sunday, but this 10x was worth a shot, even though I didn't get it. And I don't really... I don't really expect to get any of the assassins early. I'm kind of seeing the writing on the wall, but nonetheless, it felt worth it. Used way too many broad mods instead of shards. Really? I would say 2x ancients though. I wouldn't be saving shards on 2x ancients, no. I mean, to each one's own, of course. $120 ancients, you got nothing. Oof. That's actually, we were talking about bad luck earlier. That's really bad luck. 120 without hitting 55. I'd expect you to get there in about 100 on average. Even without a legendary, just getting decent epic rates, so RIP, man. Feels bad. Saved a bunch of voids, tried your luck, a couple of singles. Got Grisor, hey! I mean, as they say, it only takes one, right? So congrats. I think Grisor's turned out to be like, I don't have him, but the longer I went without him, the more obsolete he became, unfortunately. So he kind of just like fell off my most wanted list because just other better champions have come along and kind of taken over where he would have been in his spot, which is unfortunate for him. Not that it matters, because like I said, I don't have him, but muled some gear on Ezio, but you haven't gotten under 8 minutes so far. Under 8 minutes? Holy moly. What team are you running? In a good spot for a Pogo event? For Ancients? I'd assume. I don't remember when the last one was. Let me look at Hell Hades real quick. Or not Hell Hades. The Yumi Love. Wrong one. October 2025. The last sacred one was December 24th, 2025. I mean, it could be around the corner. You know, the history is a horrendous prescription for the future. So who knows when it is? I don't even think Plarium knows when it is. They just kind of throw them in. Like sometimes there's like 2 back-to-back months, and then there's like a 6-month break between the next. Like there's no rhyme or reason for when they're spaced or how they're spaced out. So it has been a few months though. That's all we can say. Used to be one of your favorites when he came out with his design. Oh no, for sure. If you're still progressing in Hydra, he's one of the goats. Like he'll carry you, especially if you don't have a Krisk. I always thought of him as an upgrade to Husk, but I don't even use my Husk anymore, so he wouldn't do a hell of a lot for me personally. But that's me. How's it going, Lou? What's up, Evan? How's it going? Am I going to clear this month of Centranos? I actually think it's possible. I need to double check, like S13, 14, that area, that corner. But 18, 19, 20 actually seem possible. Because I have, what's his name? I have Goffred now for S20, excuse me, for S20. So I have like hard CC with the AoE stun. I've done it before with the double mission Aki team that I ran with Frolny, but just having extra hard CC in the in the form of stun should make that a lot easier to do. And then this is the Taros Marichka stage with the access to Molly. It's also a relatively recent pickup for me, so I did it before, so I could probably do it again. What's up, Mr. Danker? Good to see everyone here. Good to see everyone. Yeah, unfortunately for me, though, I reset my Mercy, so... if there is an Ancient Pogo in the next month or so, I'm kind of SOL. Which is fine, like, it's not the end of the world. But I feel like I haven't... let me look at this. I feel like I haven't pulled for a Pogo in a long time. Let's see, 2025. I have all my I have all my videos organized by year. Like all my video topics organized by year. Yeah, it looks like for me the last time I did a Pogo as well, either one was October 2025. So Ancients. This sounds like Fool. Oh, it's Scum. Okay. Interesting. One, two, three, four. Wait, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting is hard. How's it going, Nick? I don't know how to say that. Correct me in the chat. I'll call you Nick. Heard SAO is really fun to use? I would think so. I mean, he's a poison exploder, so that's always... to me, that's one of the most fun ways to clear waves. So I'm a little bit biased. Which is why long-term I intended to build him. I just didn't think I needed him immediately, so I didn't bother. So, oops. 2x was a bust. 200 ancients for Candrafon. I mean, he's outdated, but he's not a terrible champion. But understandable sentiment. It's not like the game change you might be hoping for. Pulled 60. Oh, there we go. There's our luck guy. Connor with the Wukong and getting the actually hitting the 10x. Congrats, man. Nick is easier. All right, we're going with Nick. Yeah, I was hoping to get Edward, but didn't happen, obviously. Spoiler alert. All right. Now we can power level these guys real quick. And we're low on energy. And we have... I don't know. I think I have like 100 spaces when you account for the other uncommons and commons that we have in the inventory. So... I don't know why all my chat's not appearing in my multi-chat thing here, but... I think Ezio for Arena, he's not really a DPS. He's more of like a Nell, a bomber. So you build him with like attack percentage, speed on the bottoms. And then, you can run lethal dose. You know, assuming you get... Well, I guess when we get the 5-star soul, he's going to be pretty potent in live arena. Or just in arena in general. But you have to get rid of Stone Skin and everything else. And then Mercurial is kind of a new thing as well. But yeah, anyways. So, I'll keep yapping, but we're going to start on our mystery cycle here. So we're at 8,000. The goal is 10,000. And then, yeah, we just got to grind through it. And we're just going to feed some champions. Oh, we're talking about Edward. Oh, Edward in arena, or Edward's multipliers. I don't think we've seen Edward in like a realistic application yet. So I think the jury's still out. Because the same thing, right? When Predator was coming out, or came out, people were saying he sucks. And then now he's like meta for arena defense when he actually entered the game. So there's always going to be a grain of salt when someone's new and they're testing them on the test server, because it's just not the real game when it comes to PvP. So we'll see. Hoping to get Edward 2 epics and rares. Yeah, that's the thing. Using Bayek yesterday. Is that the... Yo, you got the Void one? Congrats. Hard to fit into live arena? I don't think so. I think he's like... Well, it depends on the team you're running around him, right? But I would use him in place of a Reviver, because his purpose on the team is to prevent you from dying. Or prevent you from getting crit, right? Which prevent you... blah, 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 words are hard. Which should prevent you from dying. But you do need to make sure that, you know, you're kind of... like, it's best used in like a speed situation where you actually know that you're going to go first. So, you got to be careful with that. 16,000 mystery shards? Yes, sir. Endgame for the win. Ezio is a Nishat Calvex hybrid. He's kind of either or. I wouldn't say he's both. Alright, hi Cassandra. Into the vault you go. Goodbye. Alright. Ishiyama. Number 2. To the vault. I think after that, we're going to level up Wither here. Yeah, alright, so we got 120-ish spaces, so we're gonna grind through this, folks. We're gonna grind through it. And anyone wondering what we're doing here is we're clicking escape as soon as we hit summon, and that gets you right back to the what do they call it? The Bastion. So that's how we're speed opening. And then we just do instant upgrade, whoop, and repeat. So we got to do this 16 to 18 times, give or take, somewhere around there. The other benefit is that it is champion training right now, so we are getting credit for we're getting credit for all the levels that we get on any champions here. That's not full. Okay, still leveling with her. What do I think of the Geralt buff? I think it sounds okay on paper. Because she's a nuker, I kind of need to see her in action. So, like, whatever the new multipliers are, and just kind of seeing her post buff, I think she'll be better, obviously. But I just want to see it before I make a judgment call. I don't have her, so it doesn't really matter to me. But I know a lot of people do have her, and they've been underwhelmed by her for months/years at this point. So, I hope it's good for everyone else's sake. We need a summon 100 button. I don't know if we jump to 100 from 10. But, point taken. Alright. So we got the legendaries leveled up. And now that means we move on to the epics. And for anyone who doesn't know how I run my account, basically, I keep a copy of every single epic, every unique epic in the vault, or you know, if they're being used, they're out here. If they're tertiary usage, they're in the vault. But even the ones that are unleveled, I keep a copy of every single one, just in case I need them in the future. But any duplicate that's not a faction guardian becomes a chicken. So all of these level 1s down here are going to be leveled up eventually and just fed as chickens. Unless they're a faction guardian, as you can see with the tag there, those are going to be leveled up and then just put in the vault. But just to show that, so basically all of my 5-star chickens are epic champions. That is their purpose. All of these are dupes. So that's why we're throwing these the stuff into random epics. Which legendaries would I like to see get buffed? I don't know. It's a loaded question. They've knocked out a lot of mine actually. Like I wanted Raglan for forever, and they knocked her out of the park, I think. I think Ethos probably needs a buff in terms of voids. They buffed Bellinor, which was good. Alexander needs a buff, but they're not going to do it. Do I have +4 epics? I do. I +4 the ones I actually use. They were just higher up in the vault. You didn't see them. Vitreous probably needs a buff if I'm being honest. Voids. No, I think the voids are pretty balanced. Or the barbarians are pretty good. They've been doing a lot of work on Ogre and tribes, but it's, I don't know. I feel like these guys, or these three here, even though they got buffed, they're not really doing it still. They just don't have a purpose. Like, they're not bad, they just don't have a purpose. Ogren just needs help. Like, maybe it's not even like buff the champions. Ogren just needs new champions who could do more things. Same thing with Lizardmen. We need more like, we need more DPS. Harvest Jack is getting buffed in March. They've already announced that one. We don't know what it is, but he's getting buffed. Roxham got buffed recently, which is good. Lizards are pretty solid there. Of the existing ones. Skins. I was not a fan of... I think the Norog buff didn't go far enough. I think this ability should have been like... I guess it'd be the same faction, but I think it should have been like Gwendolyn's here. Where he tries to place block buffs, decrease defense, and then on enemies with 2 or more debuffs, he places some third thing, just because he only has 2 abilities. Or 1 active ability. Like, it's just... He's like... He's worse than Ugo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Ugo, like, does this on a 3-turn cooldown, but then she also heals. And then leech on the A1. Like, block actives isn't useful in a lot of instances. Like, the immunity passive is cool. But it's like this only being, like, his main ability only being Ugo's ability is a bit underwhelming. So I think Norog needs another touch. Spidey's really good. Yeah, for single target reset, he's pretty powerful, I would say. How were my pulls? My pulls were good. I mean, I got 1 legendary duplicate, so I can't complain. So it's good to get, always good to get legendaries. I think Brachus needs a buff. Like, this guy should be a Fire Knight god. Like, this should be a triple hitter. And maybe do something else. I don't know if I'd go to the extent of saying he needs to freeze, because that doesn't really fit his kit, because he's a Halloween champion, so he's more about the fear. But, like, having the 6 hitter here, I think this should be a triple hitter. And that would be just a good, like, progression Fire Knight guy or some shit. Needs a buff in orcs. Robar. Robar is hella outdated. That dude is literally built for 2019. They've tried to fix Growhawk so many times and it just hasn't hit. So I don't know if it's worth another go. Can we nerf Aragaz? Because he's annoying as an enemy. Hot take. You want Ethos to get buffed? Agreed. Vitrus was already buffed? Oh geez, that's not a good sign. It's never a good sign. Nora could be okay if his A2 was a nuke. Maybe enemy max HP. His defense, his base stats are too low for him to really be a nuker. He's more of a tank. But if it was like, what's her name, Cecilia the Red Hope or whatever, like he just places or does enemy max HP damage, that'd be nice. Orcs are garbage. Yeah, they are one of the weaker ones. Danag, Skull Reap. I guess, but like, I don't really see them buffing Danag because like he just has a niche that's just not good. Countess Lex needs a buff. Like this 5-turn cooldown is unacceptable. Block active should be on a 4-turn for 2 turns. It's just criminal in 2026. I'm still pushing for a Mortu buff. I know it's crazy. What's up, Darkness? How's it going, man? I want Fiery Rage to be if you hit him 3 times, Peril is unlocked. So like hard counter to Marius. Like hit me thrice and I have Peril. So if he lives in any way, shape, or form, your Marius is dead. They're not going to do that, but like that's what I would want. And maybe even like instead of the turn meter fill, maybe you add like the Iron Twins passive where like subsequent hits deal less damage. That way he just becomes like a really, really scary tank. But then also, you know, the campaign boss would be crazy. So there's a balance there. I don't know. I don't exactly know how to. That might be too aggressive. But at least in Doom Tower, you can just you can block this passive, which is what I do. Wither needs a buff? No, I think Wither's fine. She's just niche. Her niche kind of fell out of the arena meta, but she's still great in PvP or PvE. And E3 needs a buff, or the thing is though, everyone always says an E3 doesn't hit hard enough, but the thing is, because he just blocks revive on everything, you gotta be careful. Because like, if I just give you an extreme example, right? You don't want an E3 hitting like a Siegfried when everything he does block revives. You know what I mean? So like, you don't want to overtune it. So I'm fine with them just incrementally increasing the multiplier slowly over time as needed until they find the right spot, because we know that they don't nerf. So if they go too high, then you just die when this guy takes a turn. Like, it's just, you got to be careful with block revive. That's the thing. And not just him, just all block revive champions. You got to be really careful with how you tune them. Because like I said, just imagine a Siegfried who could block revive. You don't want that, right? Your entire team dies and you're dead forever. Buff Nethril. Yeah, Dark is a huge Nethril fan. I feel like CKG needs another pass. Like, he's okay for, like, you know, spider soloing type stuff, but like, and if that niche is fine, then maybe he just sits there. But yeah, Nethril, good god. This dude. I mean, I don't know what the hell he's putting in his hair, bruh, but that thing is erect. He needs a model update, bro. This is OG champion all over it, or written all over him. Like, anyone got some, you know, got some mousse or whatever you put in your hair? Like, goddamn. I feel like Scartorsus needs a bit of a buff too, honestly. Like, this is a really bad ability. Maybe, like, add some turn meter to this. The cleanse is kind of okay. I mean, I think it'd be a little bit too aggro to give him block debuffs as well with the cleanse. But since he's not a reviver, it wouldn't be the end of the world, I don't think. Then we talked about Harvest Jack. Harvest Jack getting the buff in March, so we'll see what that is. How about this guy? I think Fabian needs a buff, yeah? He's not powerful enough. /S. Extra turn on that A2 for sure? Maybe. I think turn meter fill would be enough. But, you know, you're not going to make Scartorsus a meta champion. It's just not going to happen. Like, no matter what you do. Fabian needs ignore resistant. Yeah. How about Fabian needs to also purge sheep off of himself when he gets his turn? I think Ray deserves like this should just be 100%. I would also take it down by a turn. Like 6 turn cooldown is disgusting. But full buff strip and 100% freeze, 4 turn cooldown. This is fine. It's just some of these much older champions with really ridiculous cooldowns need to be updated. So, but like again, Ray's not going to be some meta nuke or anything. Just make her like more useful in PvE, just so you don't have a buff strip every 7 turns when you don't book her because she's not worth it. Her base attack. I could see that. Any cleanser has to compete with Elven Pythion. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's the problem, right? You don't want every cleanser to have block debuffs, and it gets redundant. And then you're still going to use the best ones, not just the crappy ones. So, I don't know. There's not really much you can do. They buffed Tramaria already. As a fan of Poison Explosion, I would just say give Zavia 100% here. Just let her place poisons. Like, that's just kind of silly that it's a chance. 75. It's a double hitter, but still, it's like 75% chance. There's a small chance that she literally doesn't place any poisons on that ability, which is kind of stupid for a poison exploder. What about Bistiphus? They buffed him already. A few times. I think he's in a good spot. I think he's in a good spot relative to his use case, which is PvE. I don't think he needs to be some crazy nuker. I think he's a decent debuffer with control. And that's what you use him for. It's just hard to keep alive. Narma got her buff. Super excited about that one. They literally gave her what I wanted and more. I was so happy with that one. I think Cowblax needs a buff. I think he needs 6 poisons at the start instead of 4. I think Gioth just needs like a purpose. This champion does nothing in the game, bro. Skeletor, good god. She needs rework. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she, like, just... I don't know what the hell this champion's supposed to do. It's like she has this extra hit thing that ignores defense, but she doesn't hit that hard because she's more of a tank. And then, like, the reflect damage... I don't know. I don't know what she's supposed to do. Like, so yeah, when I say give her a purpose, that's essentially the same thing, asking for a rework. I don't know what her job is in the game. She has no purpose. She doesn't do anything. Why stop at 6 is good. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yes. Place 10 poisons at the start of the fight. Arachno elixir and everyone dies. I think that's balance. What's up, Philly? Whirlwind needs a buff. They've buffed Whirlwind twice. I don't know if they're going to. Gioth is pretty solid for progression in clan boss. I mean, sure, but like, so is a Taragi and a rearguard sergeant in their epics. You know, it's not a good argument when your defense is you can do what epics can do for progression. So you're not wrong, but I think that's a very, very weak defense for a legendary. I have Solus. Am I running the Solus Titus? No, I refuse to use Titus. I think he's stupid. I hate every iteration of Infinity Shield type bullshit, so I don't use Titus. I think Trunda needs a buff. Bring back old Trunda. Just kidding. I think Trunda needs a nerf. I've been on the nerf Trunda train for ever since Hydra came out and that method was discovered. Tamara needs a buff. Probably. But he's one of the champions who honestly without a rework, I don't think you can fix him. His job is to be annoying in PvE. That's what it feels like. Kiri needs a purpose. I think she's in the same problem where like she's a legendary who can do what epics do with the ally protection 3-turn cooldown, but yeah, AoE decrease accuracy is not it. But like she can be decent for clan boss, but probably most people, even if they got her early game, they would just feed her towards Bakage. And I think that's a better use of her kit, her existence. Mountain King got a buff. Mountain King's actually really annoying now. Really, really annoying now. I think Shadowkin's probably like the most balanced. I mean, I guess, you know, the newer factions are just more balanced because they don't have any legacy champions, right? So there's grain of salt there. But I think Shadowkin's pretty much fine. Like, some people would say Gentoro would need a buff just because but like, he has one niche and that's Demon Lord Clan Boss, and I think that's fine. Like, he works where he works. I've never been a fan of Zenogre, but they're not going to change her. Tetsuya is annoying as hell. You're fine with a few legacy. I agree. That's the thing. I agree with that statement. Where like there are some legendaries or champions who just need to be enemy combatants, and that's their job, and they don't need to be buffed. Because that's why so many people, they just say buff the champion in a vacuum, and then they forget that they're enemies in PvE, which is exactly what happened with good god Jingwan. Anyone who's done hard mode faction wars, holy moly, this guy, you know, single-handedly can just wreck your entire team. Because like, oh yeah, you can't CC, but also you can't lock me out, which means I'm stripping all your buffs off, lol. Also, I'm HP based, so I smack like a truck when I crit. Also, I have 2 big AoEs, and you just get clapped and you get block active skills. Just like, ugh. But when they were buffing him, everyone's like, yeah, Jingwan has a purpose. And they're like, oh my god, Jingwan has a purpose, he hurts. It's like, pain. I think Tatsu probably needs a rework. Maybe, you know, since the direction they kind of been going recently, I think she probably needs to like place sleep but ignore block debuffs or something like that. Like the new guy. Because sleep is just really weak. I think Shuzen needs a buff. 150 base speed. They could just tune them down in PvE. And that would be more complicated coding. There's no easy way to do that, right? You don't want like a you don't want some like PvE PvP version of every champion in the game. That's kind of silly from their perspective. You want the kits to be identical, and you know, you just suffer through it. Yeah, that buff, yeah. 150 base speed, 2 turn cooldown on the instant turn, exactly. Yep. How about Shuzen just has a built-in relentless set, and she just gets 5 extra turns. A built-in chrono cube. I've always said that Quilcha here needs a rework. Like this ability needs to ignore Stone Skin, and then he would actually function as a Armon's counter. You hate Saoirse? I actually do plan to use her. You know, in 3 years. She's gonna be my replacement for Mordecai and Nether Spider, because she just places well, actually you don't need this ability. She just places the burn without attacking, and then she can increase the duration with her A1, and then when you get hit she activates burns. So like for me she'll actually be used, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that she's useful. They've actually that huge influx of points they just gave us recently like moved my needle towards her very, very much. Is she the only burner in the faction? Technically our base is a burner, but you know, mythicals. Thorn, I think. Right? Or no? Is he leeching? Never mind. Yeah, I guess she is the only burner. Well, there you go. Eve needs a buff too, 100% chance. Block damage for 5 turns. Exactly. Yeah. Whenever you proc the passive, every time you hit her, it extends the duration of all block damage on everyone. Yep. I know Lady of Earth got a buff. She's not like really super good, but she's decent for us, just like a generic support champion. I think Ken Galkabar is kind of underrated. Like, he's not super useful, but when you find his niche, he's actually really useful. It's just hard to find the niche. Because like this cleanse can be absolutely massive. This is like Grunch Killjoy, but on steroids. And then this one can actually turn into a lot of poisons, but again, it just depends on the setup. Like if the enemy wave in PvE has a bunch of buffs and you're stripping them all off, they're gonna die instantly to the poisons. But if there's no buffs out there, then it's meh. Yeah. And then we just need more Argonites. Cassandra's not really doing it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I don't speak whatever language that is, Quirt. So I have no idea what you said. I am a simple, silly American who only speaks one language. Although in the future, I would like to learn French, because it sounds cool, not for any practical reasons. The Neve block damage needs to ignore block damage skills. What? I don't even know what that means. Alright, where are we? We're 87 hundo, so we still got a while to go here. Alright, Yotan. You're done. Goes in the vault. And then we've got Ilja. Oh, like ignoring people who ignore block damage. I don't. It's a double negative. I don't think that can actually exist in the game. Her block damage cannot be ignored or something like that. I mean, we know they won't do that. I know people love to shit on Plarium for multitudes of reasons, but I don't think they're that unreasonable. Oh yeah, so whoever, I forgot who, but we're saying empowered epics. It's like, you know, these a lot of these are +4s, and then my empowered epics they're up here, like the 6-star ones. So I think I could say majority of my epics that are built are +4 at this point. Lots of +3s, +2s, +1s. So they're in there. They're in the vault. But I don't empower. You know, the ones I never use. There's no point in it, because like I said, every one of them could be a chicken except for Taurus. He's the exception, and Armina. All right, so we're gonna level, I guess, the faction guardian ones next. Free chickens, air quotes free. Yeah, I mean, you know. You get them by playing the game. You don't really do anything special, right? What is a kilometer? Hey, no shame, no shame. Proud veteran. Thank you for your service. Unfortunately, though, as a child of physics, I gotta go with the metric system. Sorry. Obviously, though, as an American, I am extremely familiar with imperial measurements, so I still think in feet and inches and whatnot. But I wish I could think in centimeters and meters. When I say think, like, I mean, like, intuitively, like, I know what a centimeter is, but, like, I still think in feet and inches when I'm thinking of distances. Like, I can't be like, oh yeah, that's about 10 meters. It's like, that doesn't mean anything to me. Like, I don't know how far that is. But, like, 10 feet, I can imagine how far away 10 feet is. Alright, Lockwane to the vault. The reserve vault, more specifically. Who's next? Let's just go in order. Wuzgar. Congratulations, sir. Ah, didn't even click it. Get this out of the way of the middle ground. Oh, I guess the diatribe about the buffing legendaries kind of ruined my timing of how long this would take to do to do all these rank ups or whatever. Oh, that's fine. I think people get the gist by now that it's not it's not too bad, especially when you just like insta rank up whoever you're ranking up. Like, I spend more time picking the champion to put the champions into than I do leveling or pulling the shards. What a banger. Yo, frig. Thou art next. Metric is great for measurement. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I grew up on physics, so specifically aerodynamics, and it's like, good God, miles, and knots, but like kilometers is just so much more intuitive. And then don't even get me started on like, thermodynamics and all this other stuff that really benefits from, oops, wrong thing. Really benefits from just simplicity when you're talking about newtons. Relative to like pounds and stuff. Grandra needs a buff? Probably, but they're immune to buffing Doom Tower legendaries apparently, so... Doom Tower has been out for 4 or 5 years, and not a single one of them have ever seen a buff in those times. In that time, so I'm not holding my breath. But I do agree. Granjar, Chromax, maybe even Basatha a little bit. How many damage do you feel are enough before starting a fusion? Enough is relative. I think you could probably get, like, if you only use gems for energy, you could probably get by with as low as like 500 if you're endgame, of course. Maybe like 1,000 to be safe. That's probably all you would need. But you really shouldn't be using that many gems. But it depends. Like I said, it depends on your... Oops. Depends on how far into the game you are, how developed your account is. So, grain of salt. When it comes to distance to travel, over yonder. I mean, yeah, I still think... I think in miles, but I'm not a good gauge of like super long distances no matter the system. Like, if I'm thinking in driving terms, then I can kind of get there. But like saying something is like 2,000 miles away doesn't really mean anything to me. Versus something being like, because it's a good question, right? It's like, how far is too far for you to visit a friend, right? Because I think some people draw the line at like an hour away. I guess we start to convert it to time, right? Because the distance is not as important. It's like if my friend lived an hour away, I probably wouldn't visit him that often. But an hour in drive time is probably like 50 to 60 miles. Need to finish Cassandra and Ezio's events. Ezio's events. What do you mean? You like the coalition event? Oh, they're masteries. I mean, I think you could get by without doing those, but it kind of depends. I mean, we have a week and some change. So how far away are you from whatever your goal is? I don't know. I feel like you'd be better off doing... Like, 800 gems is a lot. So if 800 gems could get you less than 800 gems could get you something else, I would rather do something else with those gems versus just instant mastering them. Unless you do intend to actually use one of them long term. Like, I don't intend to use Cassandra at all. And if I do use her, she's not going to be mastered. And then Ezio, I might use... Or... I'm not convinced I'll use him, but I don't really need to do it right now, so that's why I haven't. Like, I might try for the live arena one, but it doesn't really matter because, as you can see here, I'm basically there 70 points away. So I could just sprint through this and I'll be done. And then this one, I think, what, 3,000, 2,000 points away. So a week, give or take. And I'll have this done. So no matter what, I'm guaranteed to get to the mythical fragments. But that's me. Anything over 18 hours. 18 hours? That's... Wait, driving? That's a high limit. You're 18 hours away. I wouldn't even think about visiting you via car. Masamoto. When you're stationed in Germany, locals. Yeah, well, yeah, because everything is so much closer. Like, if someone's 2 hours away in Germany, then you're in a different country, right? It's like it, you know, it to them it feels that way, which is not different from us, right? Because you just be in a different state for the equivalence. But we, you know, we don't think of state lines as the same as country lines for obvious reasons. But yeah, personally, yeah, you'd have to be really important for me to drive more than an hour to see you. But that's different from like meeting up somewhere. Like, I'm down to meet up somewhere, but like just going over to your house for whatever, you got to be less than an hour. South Korea. Yeah, I mean, well, that's a relatively small country, but yeah. It's like, how long does it take to get from one side of Vatican City to the other? I think that's the tiniest pseudo country in the world. Take out some of these easy teams here. So it depends how many gear hunters. Typically end diffusion net even on jumps. There two. Yeah, if there are two, it's definitely easier to net even. But I would say more often than not, there's three. Unless there's a Hero's Path dungeon diver summoning thing going on. Oh, it's a 2-turn stone skin Nell. You hate to see it. When I get a turn, it's gonna be horrendous for you now. Alright, there we go. At some point, I do need to switch over to actually generating some food here. So we don't want to go get too close to the target. I think we're still good for now, though. All right, Masamoto, fully leveled. I think there's one more faction guardian. The Vergis? It is Vergis. Alright, let's see how close we are. $170. Is that close enough? I think that's close enough. All right, we can start saving saving some comments. I don't use favored mares for general farming. Double strip. Now, dude, I have so little faith in RNG that I expect that even if I were to do double strip, they're still gonna have stone skin at the end of both of their abilities. So no. I expect RNG to fail me 100% of the time. That's how I operate. And so I go with more surefire things if I'm going against certain teams. But like, you know, just for generic stuff like this, one-man defenses, I'll just send in, you know, my standard cleave team just because I know I can. So I know I did 90-ish. So we need, okay, we need 60 more. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1. Hooray, we're done. Yeah, not too bad. So what? I don't know, 15-ish minutes total for 2,000. And I still have 14,000 mystery shards. But I need to do a better job, though, of doing this more often for rewards, just because mystery shards are pretty useless. Or having this many mystery shards is pointless. Alright. Oh, if I could get that energy node, that'd be pretty handy. I don't know if I could reach that today, though. Alright, so what did that get me? The 20 essence brings me to 73. And then I have 200 here. So I still need 30 to get my 6-star Marius from the merchant. So it's still a while away, but 20 essence is a massive amount of progress compared to, you know, Iron Twins. So that's why it felt worth it. You know, burning mystery shards is kind of always worth it, right? Anyways. Alright, we can move on for now. So, Sacred Order Dragoon. Start off with normal mode. I'm not going to do... I don't know if I really want to care about stage 20. Or no, wait, we have the full filters. I forgot they updated this to have the full filter thing. So, Sacred Order, include the vault. Alright, what do we got here? I forgot how Aether's kit works. Quad hitter with poisons. I could see that being the frozen banshee for the team. We just got to get him through the waves. Beacon, obviously. I think Lady Noelle makes sense as our support. I had Corvus in my head already. Fanax for wave damage. Increase attack would be nice. I don't know if Mordecai... Yeah, Mordecai's not faster than Fanax though, so it probably isn't going to matter. Probably don't need this on the dragon. I think we could honestly just kind of let it run on auto and go from there. I don't know how much tweak. I might might turn off Lady Noelle's freeze because that's just not going to help us on the waves. Oof. Oh, I forgot Corvus is the wrong affinity. I'm thinking, I'm already thinking about hard mode. I think we need a bit more firepower. Because 1 minute per wave is pretty rough. Or I need to add 6 speed to Mordecai. It's another option. Put up the increased attack before Fennex goes. I rebuilt my Fennex recently into I think he's in 6-piece Merciless right now. So he should hit pretty hard. It doesn't really matter, unfortunately. Unlucky with the weak hit there. $200K. $200K still. I guess Corvus is handy just in general, right? Because he extends the duration of our buffs. Oh, that Brimstone proc was so late. Unlucky. So we're looking at about 3 minutes here. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. The only problem with single faction challenge tournaments is that it is extremely roster dependent. Get rid of that team. Because I think obviously like talked about earlier, like Ezio would be amazing here. I don't know if there's enough poisons overall to do like a poison explosion comp just with Sacred Order champions, because you'd need there's not even a reset champion either, but like you run Corvus. I guess you could throw Aethar in the mix, maybe, just to throw some poisons out there. Yeah, Alice is the wrong affinity. Astron's also the wrong affinity. I think my Errol is not really built well enough. He's also really slow. But we can try it just for the sake of comparison. If that's a little bit faster on this stage compared to running Corvus. Only because Corvus is, like I said, he's anti-affinity. Oh, I forgot to turn off Lady Noah's freeze. Oh well. Although maybe it does make sense to leave it on, because otherwise if we didn't CC them, then they would kill people, and then she would never revive them, which would take even longer on the waves. So I think we just have to face tank the freeze. Yeah, it's a little bit faster. 10 seconds. Sir Nick? No, Sir Nick could be weaker. Sir Nick doesn't hit hard. This is just like, this is meant to be like the easier team, so to speak, the accessible team. So I don't need this to be perfect. I just need it to work. Because you know, for anyone who follows my content on YouTube, like I always do like the lower level version and then the high level version. So I'm using a fusion champion, 3 epics that everyone should have. And then Errol could be whoever DPS you have. $70K. Plus, I think Sir Nick would just be overkill for survivability. It's Sacred Order only. So, Xenomorph is a Dark Elf, and Mikey's a Bannerlord. $248. Slightly faster. I think this works. Like, if I was being, like, super meticulous, right? Like, I'd go in here and I would say... Well... No, I think that's actually fine. I would just leave it as is, actually. Alright. Sacred Order Dragon 25, there we go. That's version 1. Need Martyr to make it faster. You're pushing on my pain point, sir, and I don't like it. I do want a Martyr. I mean, if I had to guess, this team would be identical. Like, you know, Lady Noelle, I think that's kind of a not a non-starter. That's kind of a no-brainer. I switch it over. Let's start with 6, and then work our way up and see if 10's possible. In a reasonable time is kind of the key, though, is the problem. I think Deacon's cooldowns are low enough that it doesn't really matter what he does. But for this one, we definitely want opener, don't use. Opener, don't use. And 1, 2. Obviously, we want Fanax back. These are wave DPS. So the question here becomes, what works, what's more effective? Are the poisons really going to carry us when we get to the boss? Probably not. Just because of the Yeah, he's booked, but it's a 4-turn cooldown, so... The other thing I could try... is we can actually run Glycea. We just don't use this. And then we get AoE weaken. And then relative to the boss... No, wait. What does the boss do again? Dude, I've been running my new dragon team so much that I think he starts with the... He starts by placing poisons. So we actually do want this to be our opener. And then he gives himself increased attack, so this would go next. We'll see. Do I have any mythical relics? I do. I have two, whatchamacallits. What are they called? Hallowed Hilts. There we go. 2 Hallowed Hilts. You run Alice without damaging the rest of the team? My Alice is okay. She's just not as well built compared to my my Fennex. But Fennex is also like +4 ascended and whatnot, so there's that. All right, not bad. So that took about the same time as the other stage. I don't know if we're actually gonna cycle back around to Corvus' ability, just because again it's a 4-turn cooldown. It should probably honestly be a 3-turn cooldown for his poison thing, because like, you know, Theodore exists and all these other 3-turn cooldown AoE poisoners exist, so there's not really a reason. All right, we got the leech, we got the block debuffs. We got that, we got the poisons, and he resisted the sensitivity for no reason. Excellent. And then we should come back in and yoink. Oh no, I shouldn't have it yet. Wait, did I turn it off? I might have messed up the presets. Oh, there we go. Ooh. There we go. I guess there is a world where Lady Noelle could die, because she has to heal herself. That's the only way she would live. Alright, not too bad. If you booked Ezio and swapped to Accuracy Banner, you get him through Dragon. I would agree. I think most people should use Ezio if you have him built already. I just don't have him built. Like obviously it's champion training, so I could 6-star him, but I'm not going to book him right now. So not for this, not for like a 2-day tournament. Why did it take so long to get back to this ability? Oh, you know what? Maybe I did use it, but the dragon is so slow that I lapped him or something. That wouldn't be the case for hard mode 10 though. I think that would actually be the right order. My only concern is Lady Noelle dying. So I might end up swapping her out, Glacea out for like Wixwell or something. Because the block debuffs, the point of that is just to help us deal with the poisons for everyone who doesn't have high resistance. But the alternative is that, the alternative is that I could just have a giant shield on us, which would do the same, effectively do the same thing. Still have those Sigfrids? I don't know what you're talking about. I think I need open or don't use on Lady Noelle's freeze. Well, I don't know. Because again, like, you have to account for random, like, bad RNG runs is the problem, right? Because she might just randomly not freeze people, and then all of a sudden, like, she can't revive, but she just slow it down. So, like, it's one of those things where, like, you make concessions where relative to a speed run, you decide not to make a change on the team so that the average run is faster than a bad RNG run, or so that a bad RNG run doesn't add a bunch of time relative to your average, if that makes sense. You guys know what I mean. Yeah, I'm not worried about waves here. It's, you know, it'll take whatever time it takes. I just wanted to understand how we do here. So we have block debuffs up, A1, block buffs, poison, sensitivity. He breathes fire. We survive. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I should make Lady Noelle opener A1, so that she always goes and plays block buffs first. Okay, I need to change that. Ouch. Lady Noelle's almost dead. Yeah. I think she burned her... We're gonna wipe on this one. I think she burned her heal at the wrong time. Alright. I wonder... if they're all frozen, we don't even need this, right? We don't need this on the waves, so she can just spam the AoE free as much as needed. Here we open with this. I'm trying to think relative to the boss's turns, right? He goes in with the poisons. We tank the poisons. Well, no, it doesn't matter, because she's not gonna revive if no one's dead. So she's automatically gonna do this on the second turn, unless I force her to do something else. I'll try it again. Just to see what her normal rotation of abilities is. If she does the same thing, because she's the only healing on the team. And for anyone wondering, in terms of builds, Corvus is built with high res, high accuracy, so 450 res, 350 accuracy. Lady Noelle's similar, but they're not built to heal. So they didn't die to poisons, they just died to physical damage. Got their heart 10 and 230. Artur, Noel, Deacon, Allison, Ezio. That makes sense. Like I said, I'm being aggressive right now with the Glacea. If I wanted to be more safe, I would just run, or I might still do it. I might just run Wixwell instead, so that we have the shield, and that way, at the very least, it'll buy time for Noelle to come back to her heal and/or revives as needed. Phoenix is in region? No, he's healing from the leech. He's in Merciless. Alright, block buffs, poisons, ouch. Do that. Got the weaken out there, A1. Oh, there's no leech. She heals, she healed Fenax there, so you didn't heal herself, which is not ideal. There's no way to force that though. Decrease attack did not land. Ugh. We didn't land the leech either. We're gonna wipe here. Like, she's gonna bring him back, but that's not gonna help. Because he's gonna die immediately. Yeah, okay. Alright, fine. We don't get weakened on the waves. That's fine. I could also run Godseeker and Eerie, to be honest. Let's try Wixwell first. This way we also get the decreased attack. I don't need the shield for the waves. Just opener don't use, opener don't use. Oops. Let me go 1, 2. If this doesn't work, then I think we just go uber safe. Godseeker and Eerie. That way we have double healing potential. And we should be fine. So we sacrifice a bit of damage for survivability. Like right there, Fanax would have normally one-shot there if he had the weaken out. Not the end of the world though. We do got the poisons doing some work. I do think a 9-piece Merciless Fenax would be pretty dope. Because like him getting extra turns and just spamming the A1, getting back-to-back kills, that'd be pretty handy. Yeah, that's not on my list of Merciless Watch, so let's add that to my list. That way we're paying attention. Also, I think Corvus extends buffs as well as debuffs. So if the dragon doesn't break the shields, then it should stay on forever, I think. Like, obviously Wixwell can do that himself, but just in case of any weird, or I guess Deacon maybe running it out. So yeah, so normally we'd be through at like a minute 40, and here we're at like 2:30 instead. But at least it guarantees, like, because the waves are a bit slower, it guarantees that Corvus will be ready with the poisons at the start. So we got Eager's defense, we got our shield out, block buffs, he does that. Oh, because Deacon didn't go with the turn meter fill. We didn't actually get the poisons out at the start. Okay, I guess Corvus is a little slow. Noted. The good thing here is that Lady Noelle has her shield. Oh, yeah, we're chilling. Okay. Yeah, with the decreased attack and the shield, increased defense, we're fine. So this will work. Although the decreased attack on Fenix is annoying. Yeah, it'll be slower, but success is more important than speed. And I think even if stuff gets resisted here and there on like a random run, like we have so much safety here that it's not gonna matter, so I'm not worried. It's just that I wish there was a way to get rid of the decreased attack on a consistent basis. But I don't think Lady Noelle is going to target Fenix here. I think she's going to target Deacon more so. That's not bad. I don't know. Is there anything we could change here? Corvus' speed. How much you want to bet that his boots aren't even 16, if I had to guess? The SO roster? We looked at it earlier, but like, I mean, we have everything we need in the team, right? We have Deaker's defense for the waves, we have a nuker for the waves, we got poisons for the boss. Lady Noelle is CC/support. It's just, the last slot has to be a support because Lady Noelle can't heal reliably enough. Unless I was to cheese it with Cernic, and I just can't be asked to do that. So it would either be Wixwell or Neri, or I'd have to make a swap on other parts of the team, which I don't really see the value in doing. Sanguinia. I'd have to rebuild her with accuracy. We're also kind of filling up the debuff bar, so I don't see that as being super necessary because yeah, this is a double hitter. So this gives you 4 poisons and sensitivity, right? So that's 5. We want decrease attack, so that's 6. We're gonna have decreased defense, 7. Leech, 8. Block buffs, 9. So there's only, like, there's room for like 1 debuff. Cleanses the poisons. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. No one died. So, Wixwell has resistance. He has 450. Corvus has 450. Noel has 450. So the only people getting poisoned are Fenax and Deacon. Anyways. And Fenax can heal himself with the leech. Plus he'll be healed in general. And then Deacon, he's a support, so he's not really gonna die. Especially now with the shield increase defense. So like I could use her, sure, but there's no slots on the debuff bar to make it really worth it. And then the cleanse is like on 2/5 of the team. Also, it gets really tough to, like, these type of abilities get really hard to use. It will actually, yeah, it's on a fortune cooldown. So it'll be hard to make this line up with his rotation. I think the first time it can be in sync, but after that, she's going to be late. Like, I guess the poisons last so long that eventually she'll remove it, but again, we're back to the same argument. Inquisitor Shamael. Bruh, the run already takes 4 minutes. I don't need it to take 15. If they ever change him, like they did, give him the Rectored Wrath treatment where he counterattacks like all at once or something, then I would consider using Shamael anywhere. But having him just slowly but surely do one single hit at a time that takes like 2 seconds per shot. Ugh. Alright, so I was changing something. Corvus. Did I pull him out? I did not pull him out. Where art thou, Corvus? Here he is. Oh, he does have boots. Yikes. This is what happens when you get hand-me-down gear, eh? Transfer me over here. Let's start at the top. What do we got here? Resistance banner. This isn't like much. If there's double speed, then maybe it's worth it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I hate full splits. The problem is I don't think he deserves a better banner from anyone else. I could see giving him that one. Like Wixwell's, even though I don't really use him, Wixwell's more important than Corvus is. I think I could make an argument that Artor is less important than Corvus. So I think we steal this one. On like a 3 or a 4, I'll take a 4. Okay. Are we just maxing them all? Ah, streak is broken. Extra res? Nope. Okay. All right. The reason I'm starting with the banner is that if I could have gotten, which we did, a 6-star banner, that means he has extra resistance, which means I need a little bit less elsewhere, and we can focus on speed and accuracy to kind of just trade stats. That's a good balance. I highly doubt. What is this one? It's crit damage. I highly doubt I'm just sitting on a goated piece that's better. That would be terrible. If this one can roll in the middle, of course. Double accuracy, speed, res speed, accuracy. This might be the piece we're looking to drop out. I can change the ring to matte, so I don't really care about that one. So ideally, we have like a slight resistance bias, like this. Do I need protection in sacred order? Not really. Pinpoint, this is too much. This is accuracy bias. Although, there's nothing forcing me to keep him in perception. So that could be worth consideration. What's the first stat on Mercurial? Oh, it is res. Okay. If we can get... That's the same as this. Except this one gives me the 40 res if I get the 2-piece. So as it stands, I mean, I could just add this just to add it, but I'd rather replace one of the stone skin pieces. So this one right now is still the winner. If we have to settle for a full split. Hoping this doubles resistance. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. I don't want to look at it. I know a lot of other people would keep that piece, but you gotta have standards. Damn, I was hoping that would triple. Well, these should be identical, right? Because it's 30 versus 27, 17, yeah. So this is objectively better anyways. As soon as we glyph it, at least. So this is the same piece. It's 5-star, but it's stone skin, so we can trade some stone skin pieces. That can stay the same because we got HP defense split. Well, actually, we might... we'll see. Where are we on stats? So we're slightly above on resistance and accuracy. 450, 350 is the target here. So we have room to try and get one of these can drop. We can drop the... We don't need an accuracy piece, or we don't need accuracy on the chest. So if we get HP, speed, res, like this, and then we'll fix the perception after. No, we can't do that. It was like speed set could be nice. But we need one piece of stone skin to make that work. I'm thinking that one. So then let's do 6-star epic plus, because that's the only thing that could possibly beat it. Wait, what the heck did I get this? Triple speed? Ooh, that's perception. Triple speed with resistance. That might be the piece. The stone skin piece is good too, honestly. But we're looking for speed. $238. This is where they have like a 5-star. Anything above 3, all right. 6 or 7. Don't say it, Zoomers. Don't say it. Defense, that's okay. I'm not gonna 6-star it though. All right, wait. 243, 450, effectively 350. But now we have 3 pieces of stone skin, which we don't need. see. I mean, I could glyph these 3 and that would get me speed. We can try and see if ascending these gives speed. Of course not. These are really good boots. I didn't know I had these. Well, what do we need here? I need to maintain the same stats. But trade gear sets. So let's look for... But I need to like flip one of these. I need like... double speed. I mean, ideally it'd be like 6-star legendary, double speed, accuracy, resist. But that might be a bit lofty. I don't know if that piece exists. It's just sitting around. That's close. Double speed, double res. Double speed, res, accuracy. Nope. Not getting that one. That's the same thing, but inverted. Can't give you that one. That's not what I want. Oh, that's a good piece. Double speed, triple res with accuracy. That's tempting. Because I know I can get back to where I need to with glyphs, so I'm willing to flip this piece if possible. And I'm thinking this is the one. It's only 2 speed faster though. But we're kind of on the margins, right? Okay. So let's do this. We're done with the stone skin piece, and then I need some perception, something or other. It's either this one or this one of the two. This locks in the speed versus this one. No, they both lock in the speed. Okay, that's a win-win. Alright, so that gives me the speed I need, 250 plus, 350 or 450 here resistance, so we just need a bit more accuracy. And then we have the double stone skin, double perception. So this could be any piece. And I just need accuracy. And speed is kind of a given. Actually, let's do set filters. Priority stat is accuracy. This is a rare instance where we get to use one of like these types of pieces where it just has hella accuracy on it. I mean, I guess there's nothing really wrong with me throwing 3 pieces of stone skin on him. It just doesn't really matter. So I prefer not to. I prefer to use just a random set like this. Good enough. All right. Final test. All that just to make sure that Corvus takes one turn before the boss so that he places the poisons. You know, just it saves time in the long run is all we're doing there. That way, or I guess better said, he's not dependent on Deacon having to have the extra turn or the turn meter fill available. After this, we'll do some live arena. I'm feeling a set of 15 today. What's the purpose for making the team? There's a Sacred Order challenge tournament starting tomorrow. Dragon only. Sacred Order only dragon tournament starting tomorrow. I'm just getting ahead of it. Yeah, this is oh, I'm still in the middle. Oops. There we go. Yeah, like this is normally what I do when I'm just playing the game. Like I work on a team the night before usually, unless it's super simple. Like when it's multiple factions, I just do it the morning of usually. But for something that's as niche as one faction only, I figured it would take a little bit more thought and iteration. So I figured it'd make good stream content. Ah, yes. It's also it's going to be part of a prism or a summon pool. So I'm heavily incentivized to max it out because I think oh my god, I think Basim is the headline champion, so they're doubling down on Sacred Order. There we go. Yeah, this is good. So then now he comes in, extends the... Yeah, so now we should have basically 100% uptime on the poisons, more or less. The Brimstone there was kind of lucky. Oh, right. We can't have 100% uptime because Corvus... I keep forgetting Corvus has a 4-turn cooldown. Also, the dragon drains our turn meter anyway, so we lose a turn. Because now he'll have it, yeah. But that basically locks it in. So whenever he gets his turn, he should die here. So slightly more efficient, just makes this roughly a 4-minute run flat instead of I think it was like 4.5 on the previous iteration. So there you go. The Ezio-less Dragon 10 hard mode, Sacred Order only. Success. Success. Cool beans. Pulled a Duchess yesterday? Nice! Congrats, man. I am definitely jealous. I am still hoping for a Duchess one of these days. 35 days in. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's game changer territory for sure. How do you guys have your, assuming you guys have Leo, how do you have him built? I've seen a mix of, it's either Stoneskin Savage or Stoneskin Feral, and I'm kind of curious which way most people are going. I think there's definitely a heavy bias towards there's a heavy bias towards Stoneskin Savage, but I still often enough I see Stoneskin Feral to prevent you from being bombed. How's it going, Ray? No gear yet? Well, yeah, I bet. Yeah, I mean, a month in, you're not gonna have crazy gear. Oh, this is a throwback song. Goes good? I'm good, man. I'm chilling. We're chilling here. It's a good day. I'm excited. I'll be climbing tomorrow. At a very, very, very limited capacity. Obviously, I'm still injured. But nonetheless, it'll be fun in a couple of weeks. I'll be doing very, very like low-level climbs, and I'll only be using my right hand because my left hand is not ready. It's not ready yet. Oh yeah, no, I still got my thing on. I'm not going crazy here, but my right hand is healthy enough, and I don't, the main thing I don't want to, or the main thing I want to avoid, is the last time I healed up, it took me like a month to recondition my hands and fingers to be back at my close to my normal level. So if I only have to do that on one of my hands, that would be preferable instead of both. And I'm right hand dominated anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Exactly, yeah. Oh, what the heck? This dude has the Stormcaller on Wrath. How weird. That is very weird. That is very, very weird. Yeah, staying in practice. I would say it is conditioning, maintaining conditioning, but the same difference. Stones can lethal because you use them outside of the 4-turtle team. That's a good shout. Yeah. If you use them anywhere else, you're not gonna have the lethal bonus. He's kind of baiting me in with this freebie team here, but I need to come up with a way to beat these two teams. Let's see here. We need the Marius to, or no, the Marius. We need the Vogoth to tank the Marius. I think we can get away with the Siphi Rhodos here, and then run Glacea to counter the Fabian. This team doesn't matter, so we're not going to worry about it. This team, increase accuracy bombs, increase attack from Patrick. I kind of want to troll a little bit. Run some Hilvy Tormund shenanigans here. And this team we could just run like Arbiter Marius. Nine-piece Mercurial on all 4 turtles. Good luck with that, sir. It's not impossible, but that's going to take a very long time to happen. Alright, free turn, thank you. Good night, Arbiter. Good night, Marius, never mind. That was a wand check. Marius should activate Rhodos here. Never mind, he's weak. Sad times. I guess technically we're not confirming that Nice doesn't have a wand because we could just have gotten lucky. Alright, he's CC'd. Chainbreaker off. I didn't notice he has Chainbreaker. Okay. Freeze there. In this case, we want to go for the A1. Try to go for the extra turn. We didn't get it. Doesn't really matter what he does here. Oh, that's wow. Hella counterattacks. Unlucky. Oh, he has a. Oh, he has Zivia's Servitude. Okay. Can't crit him when he's low. Oh! Unexpected. Total guard, Patrick. Oh, he's not speed tuned. Unlucky. That Wukong is gonna fuck us up though. Alright, there we go. Not as clean as I wanted, but got the job done. Yeah, my goal, I've been lazy the past like 2 weekends. I need to get back into gold too. So that's why I'm like starting a bit earlier, focusing on the harder teams. Any easy fights here? This is such a bait. The Wukong there, because I could just kill the Wukong and the fight's over and I slowly but surely deal with the other people. Predator's a problem. I think I can do this. A Torment. Stone Skin gets burned off. We can get away with an Arnorn versus the Leo nuke. We just get a free hit. That's going to be after the Armons go. It should be after Lady Noelle goes. Maybe after Predator goes if he sucks all my turn meter away. Actually, either one of them will activate Arnorn here. I'd expect that Predator is going to be faster than Leo though, so we got to be careful we do not get killed by the Soul Reap. So with that in mind, maybe we just go with the Vogoth. This team, I think we just go tried and true here. Stowed, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Lethal dose. Is that? No, it's 4-star lethal dose. So double poison damage. Increase accuracy. Plus the lockout. Okay, we gotta be careful here. So let's go. Protection Necrat. We go Glacea once again. Who are we protecting? Who are we protecting? I think we protect Marius. And then we double protect Marius with the Donnie. Missed injury? You know, yeah. The injury's from 2 weeks ago now. I ruptured a pulley in my finger. It was from climbing, not from snowboarding. Thankfully, because you don't really need your grip finger or finger grip for snowboarding, I was able to do to go on my trip because our trip was pre-planned for the end of January and we bought our tickets like a month and a half ago. So I was like, I'm going on this trip no matter what. But I think Total Guard is kind of starting to make its way through. Oh my god, his reaction on his freaking Islan. Damn it, Ancora. I need you to reset me. Ya bastard. I didn't think both of them were going to use their shield abilities at the same time. That was unlucky. Alright. Kill her. Extra turn. Ooh. Oh, he healed. Alright, well, this is going to take 5 years, but we'll eventually kill him. Oh, never mind. Oh, he has 6-star temporal chains. That's actually handy. Alright, yoink. Thank you for the stone skin. Appreciate it. Thank you for the turn meter drop. Oh, actually, oh, never mind. We're good. I was like, we might actually die to the poison, or the bombs. We didn't protect the, block debuffs there. Alright, he yoinks our turn meter, but no stun. Sheeps, of course, doesn't get resisted. Boom. Ow. Alright, we should be next. Ow. Alright, let's kill him, get rid of that. Aw, man, she didn't die. Crap. Thought we were gonna kill her. That's good. The main thing about Predator, like, he's really good and really annoying, but if you don't get a kill, then your evasion goes down to 0, and then he's a lot less powerful. Easier said than done to tank Predator, though. Alright. So the one thing I wanted to mention was I did change my Rhodos's gemstone. So it's a small chance, but nonetheless, it's an 8% chance that we can reset a skill if we kill someone. And so what I'm hoping for is that we get that to proc on the A3, and then he just gets to back-to-back A3. Which is also possible because of the Merciless set, 6-piece. And then the Mastery for Cycle of Violence. So, slight increase in the odds of us getting back-to-back A3s. On average. Oh, and then, yeah. Then I finally got my Mesomos chest ascended to attack. It's behind the little thing there. I think that's the only changes to Arena Champions in the past week. Unfortunately, for me, the season is over, which means now we have to fight, like, real people. So we'll do a set of 15 here, but I do expect to lose a lot more today because we're gonna start, yeah. We're gonna start fighting people with a lot of points. That's like the one benefit, the side benefit of not really focusing that hard on live arena, is that when the season's live, you get to fight people with really low points and the low season points. But when the season ends, it just throws me back into the midst of Gold 4, and it's like, oh god. Okay. So we got a 3-star Galley, 2-star Empress. So this is Stone Skin. This is probably Stone Skin as well. Oh. Alright. We take those. My dude had a date to get to. I'm curious what people like are. I think at this point most people are first picking Fabian, but I don't know if that's. I know that was true during the season. I don't know if it's true out of the season. So this will be my first test, because the past like 4 or 5 days or whenever the season ended, I've just been doing like the one advanced quest, complete one fight if I needed to. So this is my first bulk session outside of the season. I think my older setup for countering or going into a Fabian was like Galathier, Empress, but I'm changing it up for today. We're gonna try the double turtle combo. So we're probably still gonna ban the Fabian here, and we're just gonna reinforce our team. So I'm actually gonna let him go first because he looks like he's going low and slow with this comp. So we're gonna pick Althea, of course, just for the defensiveness. I think we go Ancora here. And then we can last pick, like, Armands or something annoying. Or no, we need a second DPS. I might pick Carnage, actually. Alright, man. So surely you have a plan here. I haven't really picked anything, like, ridiculously meta. That most people have, I should say. So he could still whip out a Marius here. Gallius. Interesting. I think I can play the Arnorn comp here. And then we just get rid of the lockout. Ideally, still, he would go first in this instance. And then we just kind of face tank him. He's afraid of the Galathir. Understandable. The play here is that... how am I faster? Brother. That's annoying. But the play here is that when he goes for the AoEs... God, damn, they really are slow. They're really slow. Like, literally, these my two nukers have percentage boots on, so, like, I really want their nukers to go before me. Anyways, the plan here is that we can't die. What the heck happened there? Oh. Wait. How does that work? How do we get stunned? Oh, the block buffs there is unfortunate. Damn. We die. Alright. GG's. How's it going, Quentin? No, Ancora's dead. Yeah. That sucks. That sucks because I expected him to be faster because I'm used to people having a lot of speed on their nukers, and he was a really slow team. So I wanted him to I wanted his nukers to go before my nukers took a turn, which wasn't the case. Because if the Gallius had done that before my Leo went, then I would have been able to do a little bit more there. And they might have activated Arnorn's passive. We never got it to proc there. Also, the Wand of Submission reflecting the stun didn't make any sense because Ancora was supposed to protect Arnorn from CC, so I don't know what happened there. I guess if it gets reflected back to you, it can't be redirected. I don't know. That was a bit weird. Alright, first pick Mary, 6-star Soul Reap. And we respond with the Fabian and the Empress. Armands and Galathir. Okay, yeah. 20k points. Totally balanced. We kind of have to fight him for speed here. I think we go Gizmak on this one. We have to ban the Armands, get rid of that aura. He's most likely banning my Fabian here. But if he doesn't go something crazy, I can pick Arbiter. Son of a bitch. That's annoying. Okay, that's fine. That got harder, but it's still tolerable. So he's not going to ban the Gizmac, obviously. He's still going to ban the Fabian, but he forfeited going first. So now it's a question of, do we strip off the stone skin on the... or, well, it may not be stone skin. It could be feral. If we strip the buffs off of Sigfrind, we have a chance here. And if we don't, then we just die. Supersonic Galather. I'm actually gonna make him go. Oh. Awkward. Wait, what happened there? Are we practice passive? We practice passive with a base form Empress? Bro, what? Is he that squishy? He's that squishy? Wow. Okay, I didn't think that was gonna proc his passive. Like, my Empress is built decently, but, like, that's in base form, dude. Base form A3. Alright, well. Okay. I thought the Galather cut in with the Supersonic. I didn't know we... I didn't know I procced Siggy. That's crazy. Alright. That's not what I thought would happen. Alright, he picks Empress, we pick Marius. It's a baseline Empress, which gives me a little bit of hope. Gallius Arbiter, we can ban the Gallius here, he's more annoying. Or... I think we could bait him into banning the Fabian. So I'm gonna fight him for speed. And then I want Mezamel in here. I was thinking Ancora, that way we could double the speed auras, but at 4,000 points, I'm feeling a little bit more confident in my speed versus his speed. Especially because he picked an Arbiter so early. Okay, Oella is a choice. Could be a super fast Oella. Did we just get hardcore baited? Find out, I guess. Oh, he didn't ban Fabian. Who did he ban? He banned Marius. Oh, it is a super fast Oella. Wow, he baited me in. This is a lose-lose situation. So we gotta go for the Hail Mary play. Like, I need to get a turn right now. Okay. You should not have, I mean, that Fear needs to proc. Or that works too. Alright, we're still in this. We lock him out. If he gotten the double hit there, we might have actually been screwed. I wish I had petrified, yeah, for that exact reason. I wish I had petrified, Empress. It's risky to bring her back here. Damn it, Wukong's faster. Of course. I need... Don't wand me, bro. Okay. Alright, GG's. Whew. That was close. He almost had me. That was smart on his part with the Arbiter bait. There is a world where I lose that fight for sure. And that makes his Marius ban make a lot more sense. Okay. Picking Leo alone is ballsy, so I'm gonna ruin his day, and we're gonna pick Donnie. That way, if he wants to bring in another turtle, it's going to be a lot weaker one. So right now, I'm incentivized to leave Leo in. And it's a question of whether or not we're banning Crixie or Empress, as of right now. Ilvi Tormund. Ilvi Tormund, Ilvi Tormund. This is a stone skin team, but there's no speed booster. So essentially what happens here, we should go first. Even if we get frozen by Tormund, I can cleanse, or I'll cleanse it with Galathir, or turn meter boost cleanse with Galathir. Or actually, I don't even have to. Never mind. I forgot. I have Feral. All right, Total Guard is gone. Oh, we didn't kill her. No. Unlucky. What? Oh, it's Tormund. Alright, we're in control here. Oh, of course, that breaks him over the threshold. Good God. Unlucky. We can't get one shot, so at least one of the nukers is going to survive. Oh, he healed. Son of a bitch. There we go. Alright. GG's. Oh, that was a lucky and feeble. Alright, cool. That Total Guard almost messed things up, but we A1'd with Galathir to get rid of it, which is timely. 3 out of 5. We're about on average for my win rate. My for anyone who doesn't know, I think I'm sitting at like 57%. So slightly above half, but barely. Ooh, that's scary. Okay. We're gonna start a bit heavier because I'm not liking the 6-star mythical as the first pick. That makes me think that there's more. Predator. Okay. I think we're gonna have to go Harima Gizmak here, but we're not gonna win this one. What the fuck? What is this team? What a weird team. This makes me think that there's some sort of mercurial something going on here. But he only has one demon, so we can just counter the Volcanos by being normal. But obviously the entire team's going to be in Stone Skin. So it's a matter of how many, if any, are in Feral. None. Okay. So Volcanos is negated by this. We're just going to A1 here for the Terminator fill. We do this. It breaks all the Stone Skin. Ow. I think we want to kill Embrys, which will kill Marius and Volcanos. Where'd the block damage come from? Is that a relic? He can't kill us with this AoE. It's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna kill everyone. Oh. Awkward. Very, very awkward. Doesn't this ignore defense? Or does it not? Yeah, I thought Harima was going to mitigate that part. But I guess it just hits that hard. Wow, that's crazy. Alright. I did technically call it and say we were going to lose. That's insane. Wow. I mean, technically we survived, but we died to necrosis, so. Armand's Embrys. And there's nothing we could have done differently there because Predator's under Veil, so we can't target him. He evaded the provoke, or the Harima hit, so he never got touched, and then, you know, can't do anything. Oh well. I think we're gonna try the turtle team here. We ban the Armands, keep in the Embrys, and that way we, at the very least we can't. Oh Jesus. Okay. Never mind. Okay, we want a submission on Nice. We got to change plans here. We got to ban the Nell. We got to ban the Nell, which means Armands gets to stay. We have double DPS here, so we need another support. He stole my Galathir, and that 6-star temporal chains. No. Have I tried using Glacé to counter Fabian? Jesus Christ, man! What the fuck? He wants me dead. Holy moly. Mythical City. I don't like running Glacé into Fabian because there are a lot of Fabians with the Wand of Submission. And so what ends up happening 95,000% of the time is that we get the unblockable freeze reflected back on Glacé, and then she just misses her turn with the instant turn. 9-piece Mercurial Empress. We're locked out, or we locked him, but it doesn't matter. We're dead so many ways. Like, we're not gonna be able to kill we're not gonna be able to kill Empress at all with the resetting total guard stacks. And now we just get bombed by fucking Commodus with the stone skin on, which is really tragic. Oh. No, Armand used... Wait. Did he... He didn't suck our turn meter. We're dead anyways. Oh. Sir, you gotta build some accuracy, man. What is this? Yep. For anyone wondering, why don't you do more live arena? This is why. Outside of the season, I get thrown into the with the sharks. It's fucking terrible. Six star incinerate. All right. Jesus Christ. All right, he's trying the Ezio thing. I need another nuker in Feral, but I don't have one. All right. My dude's got Bayek already. Hacks. Hope I got something good. I got something decent. I got a duplicate Wither the Crowned. The only chance we have of winning this... He was smart to ban the Marius here, because that would have countered Bayek's passive. Did he just steal my pinpoint? Why is he... Why would he do that? Actually, shit. I should have AoE'd there. He doesn't have increased accuracy up yet. This is a really slow Bayek. Why is he so slow? We spread the pain link around, that's annoying. I locked out the Bayek, I forgot about that. So he doesn't have increased accuracy. This is not going to do a damn thing. I hope this procs. Of course we weak hit, bruh. Of course we weak hit. Why did he? What is this counter attack? What was that for? No, I messed up here. I should have AoE'd with nice when I had the shot, because now we're not gonna be able to do anything. Oh wait, never mind. If anyone dies, they can't come back to life. So, all right, now we can't get poison bombed. We might actually have this one. He can HP swap here. I don't know if that's the smartest thing to do. Okay, I don't know why I did that. We can't crit, but now we're in control. Oh my god. I hate Swift Parry so much, dude. Now he's gonna pain link us again. He can AoE, but it's not. We're not gonna die. But yeah, I was like, he pain links here. If I'm him, I would HP swap with Galathir here, and then he dies. Or I was like, or you could change form and go for the nuke, which is more of a desperation play. That's not what I would do in this situation, but it's a thing you could do in the situation. Alright, so we do this so that they're controlled. We sacrifice Galathir to the Pain Link gods. He only single hit. You didn't know Pain Link is spreadable? It is! It is spreadable. I've found that out. I've done that myself. So he just... Oh, what the... What are you doing? What are you doing? Sir? What on earth? That's not the play. What? What? I think he was gonna lose anyways, but that's... No, you don't go back to base for him, though. You gotta... You go for the A1. Temporal Stagnator on your Fabian. Dude, I wish I had one. I don't get any clan relic stuff. Because, like, PRCVC is impossible nowadays. That was a very weird fight. Nice is so disgusting, doesn't matter if he can crit. No, it does matter. He just didn't know how to deal with the nice. Like, his win condition there, literally, is you get block actives onto Fabian or sorry, block passes onto Fabian or Arbiter because they don't have no resistance with the Carnage, and you get the kill and it spreads it around and it's unblockable, irresistible or whatever. That's all he needed to do, and then it would negate Nice from reviving. So he could have won. What am I doing? Okay. Staring at the screen. Jeez. I zoned out. Alright. So, we got a five-star polymorph. This dude's playing like it's 2023. Double aggro DPS. He's hiding his supports. So that makes me want to counter with the Threat of Protection set. And then we'll throw in the Armons there to be the bait. Even though Armance is really weak in the meta. All he needed. No, I'm being serious though. Like, everyone is afraid of Nice because they don't know how to counter him, but there are ways to counter him, and block passives is extremely strong against him. It's just that it's hard to get block passives out there when Carnage is alone because of, you know, anti-affinity. You're just going to weak hit most cases and die to a counterattack. But given my team and how easily he was able to kill the other two, if he just did that right, if he didn't try to go for the kills with Gizmak and try to go for the kills with Carnage, he would have had me. There's a world where he could have had me. Oh, shit. I think we can handle... I think we can handle the rest of the Communists. We have triple force going on. Yeah, you want, I was like, if I... Okay. I was like, either he could ban the Armons, which would get rid of the aura, but now it's a speed race. And I think I win the speed race here, unless he has a super fast, like, Marichka or something. And that way I can get block debuffs up. So that if he does have the bombs, or when he tries to go for the bombs, we're protected. It depends whether or not Marius is faster than Commodus. I would expect Commodus to be faster. That was my guess. But I don't know if that's actually true. Trying to kill Lady Noelle first. Unlucky. I think she heals herself here. Oh, she purged the sheep. How often do you guys see that happen, eh? Oh, that's unlucky. I don't know what we locked out, but hopefully it was the extra turn ability. Damn. That was unlucky there in terms of the, yeah, we just get bombed here. There is a world where Force Affinity, fingers crossed, weak hits. Okay, we got weak hits. Unfortunately, though, Marius is about to end us. Especially when he gets brought in by the Marichka ally attack here. Oh, we got lucky. Ah, jeez. This has a really high accuracy Commodus. He doesn't have increased defense, so we're going to risk it here. We made the right call. What? How did he survive? Alright. His Marius is too slow. That's unlucky for him. One threat down. He's stuck in this form unless he goes back. I mean, he's going to try to bomb us again. Oh. Never mind. Alright, we're in full control now. It's over. He had a chance. I don't know if he could have won, but he had a chance to do a little bit more. With a bit more, like, good RNG, perhaps. Okay, he's not giving up. I respect it. She has her AoE. She's not going to use it, apparently. She's going to A1. That's not going to do anything. At this point, we should go for Marichka. We can do this. I don't care if we stun ourselves. Extra ignore defense. Alright, Marichka's down. And now it's just a matter of time. So we can kill the last reviver and it's basically over. We're not going to waste the sheep because I'm sure there's going to be some wands out here. We can do this actually. Oh, she has an aspect to Seroth. I didn't notice that earlier. Maybe that's why she survived randomly. Oh, that's awkward. Alright, GG's. Whew, that was close. That was Affinity for the win there with the weak hit on the bombs. Which is the point, obviously. But it's rare that it actually works in my favor. That's what you gotta do sometimes, though. When, like, you're out, like, drafted, you just, like, pray to the RNG gods that you get protected by Affinity. And we happen to get protected by Affinity there. Again, from his perspective, I still think if I was him, I would have banned the Armons just to get rid of the speed aura and guarantee that or increase my chances of going first. But I understand he wanted to get rid of the Siphi because he knows that that's a protection Siphi, and then he wouldn't be able to do anything with the Commodus. All right, we're gonna go Gowther Gizzy. How many Primal Shards have I pulled in all time? I have that number. 225. Holy shit. The more mythical strategy? No. I'm reacting to what they're doing. This is a speed team, so I'm not gonna fight speed for speed. We're gonna try to take the backseat here. This is a gamble because it really depends upon the speed tune of his team. He probably bans. No, he didn't ban Nice. Famous for my primal luck. I've been luckier than average. I can admit that. I think we just die here. Yeah. There's nothing we can do about that. Alright, last out of 5. Pull the dupe Harima to build 2 Harimas, super tanks. Their passive don't stack. Free win. Sweet. Take those. Yeah, it doesn't say it, but their passes wouldn't stack. Even if they did, it wouldn't be additive. Like, it wouldn't be 50% plus 50%. It would be 50%. It'd be multiplicative. So you'd reduce it by half of half, which would be 75%. But they don't stack. Harima's been out for years, and no one has ever said anything about double Harima comps. So I know that that's not a thing that works. Welcome back, Ryan. Dude, I feel like so left out without my 6-star Marius. I want one, man. Oy. Okay. Alright, in this case, we leave in the Armons, because he's going first, no matter what. We leave in the Armons, and we ban the Marius. And then we just have to deal with the Armons. in before Neve and something else. All right, so we have to go Harima here. Harima, and we ban the Marius. If I'm him, I probably still ban. No, actually, I might ban Harima if I'm him. I don't know. Bans the Ambrose. Okay. Because he knows he can lock out Harima. That's fair. Yeah, our only chance here, once again, it's like weak hits onto Harima. But other than that, we're kind of SOL here. Wanda submission proc would be handy. Oh, it's a high accuracy Armands. GG's. Oh, you motherfucker! You motherfucker! That's gonna proc his passive. Unlucky! Unlucky. Man. Interestingly enough, though, I don't think that Harima's locked out because she was a sheep. He can only oh, what the hell? He has it back already? Oh no, polymorph. Bruh, that's horrendous. Oh my god.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, it is. Sir, I don't know why you keep trying. Why do you keep trying to steal my Terminator? Oh, come on, RNGesus. Weak hit! Weak hit! Ow! That was not a weak hit. Alright, that was our passive. It's okay, guys. We're just gonna be sheeps forever. And that's it. We're just gonna be sheeps forever. He has his AoE, which he's gonna use. It's gonna kill both of them, give a bunch of turn meter. Reset the cooldown. That's gonna proc his passive. Dude, we're just getting horrendously unlucky here with this Harima popping out of the sheep. Like, she's popping out at the worst time. She's counterattacking at the worst time. This is really unlucky. I mean, obviously we should have died forever ago. And the sheep is actually keeping us alive, which is kind of ironic. But at this point we're dead, because now I don't have my revive anymore. And he got some turn meter. She's gonna change forms and lock me out. Then he's already locked out, so it's just how long is it going to take for him to not weak hit on Galathir? Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're not going to survive 3 turns here. Like, I'm going to try, but we're not going to survive 3 turns. Oh, and yeah, decreased res, we're dead. Unless he sheeps me? Nope. Oh, great. He's just going to A1, which is going to increase... That's funny. A1 increases the cooldown so that every turn I take, it gets negated anyways. Alright, we died. Wow. That polymorph with the counterattack... Like, I didn't even hit Armands. I counterattacked on Siegfried, and it put decreased attack on Armons, and we sheeped ourselves. Like, the one turn Harim was gonna get was wasted by sheep. Unbelievable. Alright, Fabian. Life Harvest Fabian. Interesting. Okay, hella speed. Alright, sir. In that case, we can run Marius to try... I want to leave Lady Kimmy in. I want to leave Lady Kimmy in because I have Marius now. And so, depending upon what these are, we can either ban one of the DPS or we can ban Fabian. Bring back the polymorph meta? No thank you, sir. Oh, he has bombs. Interesting. He's more afraid of the Marius than he is of the Nice. Forming might counter that? Forming? What? Forming what? Why did he pick Fabian as his lead? He has an Arbiter. Whatever. Oh, Tormund. No, they're gonna be in Stone Skid. Tormund's not gonna work here. Alright, Sanguine Maria has 4 buffs. Wand of Submission. Wand of Submission again. We can at least kill the Arbiter and Kimmy. Oh, okay. Well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She only has 5 buffs. Okay, now she has 4 buffs. What's your plan here? That's not the one you want to attack. I've only hit her. I hit her once, so we still have 2 more hits before she takes 0 damage. So I don't know what his plan was there. Why did he go for the A1 on Maria? Am I missing something? Obviously, I get not using this one. But I don't know. I figured you just try to kill someone now. Like, I don't know what the point of the A1 was for. Like, you're trying to get like, oh, she's trying to get 2 extra turns, maybe. And then so we could do this. Maybe that's what it was. I think he was playing for the double turn, which is not that likely. I think there's like a 40% chance that you get the back-to-back turns from the A1 or something like that. I forget what the math is. It's somewhere. It's relatively low. That's a big gamble. Yeah, no, I don't run Tormund that much unless I have Gizmak at the same time, just because Stone Skin, like, they're just immune to freeze anyways. Nice. Got a text from a random number I don't know that says, "Are you free tomorrow?" Totally not a scam. Totally not a scam. Alright, I forgot where I was. Marius for Empress. I don't want to pick Arnorn early. I'm thinking Arnorn though, that's where my head's at. I'm thinking Donnie Arnorn. Yeah. Never mind. And Cora Narcisse it is. You'll probably ban Galather here. I can handle the Marichka. Yeah. Say yes. No! I don't want the scammers to know my number is legit. No, you don't respond when the scammers send you a text, because that's even worse, because then they know you have an active number. I don't want them to know I have an active number. As much as I would love to troll them, I really would. But I don't want to confirm that this number is real from their side. Oh, no stone skin on the Taurus. Ooh. Oh, weird. Did she have supersonic and I wasn't paying attention? I was looking at myself. Well, this is awkward for her. She's cutting in at a really random time. Alright, for the greater good. This is actually good for me because we're all high HP, so the swap isn't going to do anything. And so it's just a matter of, is this Ember strong enough to one-shot us with all of our buffs on? The Taurus can't do anything because he doesn't have any buffs, so his nuke is meaningless. So it's all about this right here. Aspect of Sheroth would protect Ancora. No, he's not strong enough. This isn't. He should not. He should not AoE here. It's not going to do anything. That was the wrong choice. That was a very wrong choice, sir. You just messed up. Of all the people to kill, Narcisse was not the one. So I can do this. Extra turn and he's dead. GG's. Yep. Taurus and Marichka, they are very strong, but it is not an insta-win condition. And we banned their true win conditioner, which was the Galather with being the backup reviver. That way, like, we literally started off the fight by killing Marichka, and then her passive did nothing. I did, yeah. Did you guys notice, was she in supersonic? Is that why she took a turn randomly? Because if so, that was unlucky for him, because her turn was so early that she was free for the kill. I'm a little concerned about a 20,000 point dude, so in before double mythical 6-star. Or we time out? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. 6-star legendary. He's taking it easy on me. Silly me. I'm trying to anticipate a Taurus here, so my plan is to ban Marius, keep in the Marichka, and then I want to go in Cora Narcisse, just in case. Or at least I can go in Cora Narcisse. But we'll see what is... Ah, Sigfried. Okay, change of plan. Sify Rhodos. Which means he bans Rhodos, which is okay. Sort of. Maybe. Kind of. I don't know. This is his ace, so... Warlord. This is a lose-lose situation. We're gonna have to play. If I'm him, I ban Rotos here. Most likely, we lose this no matter what. But if he lets me keep Rotos out of the kindness of his heart, we have a chance. Ooh, we do have a chance. It's a very, very small chance, but we do have a chance. Oh, it's quite uncommon nowadays to see a Stoneskin Sigfriend. Oh, that's unlucky. That's so unlucky of all the people to bring in. Oh, man. Well, okay, we lose then. I mean, I guess it's a 1 in 3 chance, but still, unfortunate. Oh well. David, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Bummer. Yeah, I think we got wrecked today, guys. I think that was probably like 7 and 8 or some shit. Oh no, I forget it. A couple people left the battles actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're 5 and 5 on the last 10. And then I was 3 and 2 on the first 5. So we went 8 and 7. Okay. 8 wins, 7 losses. Oh my god, we're so close. No, we're so close to the... I wanted to get the relic today. Do that on stream. Or the relic fragments. I need 5 points. We're not going to do that for sure. I need 12 arena wins in any mode. Or I need to spend 60 energy in the event dungeon. I don't have 12 tokens. I guess I could burn a arena refill. Event dungeon. But it's champion training, inefficiency. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do for the content. You guys can't say I never did anything for you guys on stream. Ow. Random counterattack. Did I ever try the challenge stage again? Nope. I gave up. Ah, mother. Okay, we got lucky. I have no interest in dying to Hejimon. Oh, we got lucky there. He's still above half. Monka S. Oh, we made the right call. The Darnie didn't even die. Why is Raph still alive? Did he get a swift parry proc? I guess what happened. He got swift parry.
Stop for a minute, get a
I really hate when the turtles are so, like, just ridiculously slow and they never take turns when they have bombs on. Wait, how many did we need? 60 energy. All right. For the sake of the relic frags. I feel like the legendaries from the event set are relatively underwhelming. So I'm not really too keen to get one of those. So if I do get a legendary, I'd rather it just be one of the normal ones. Like a wand or something. Because I think my next wand, assuming I get one, it would go on probably, well, I don't know. My problem with the Wand of Submission is that for the most part, I'm on offense, and so stuff gets reflected back to me. And it's like I'm not often in a situation where outside of live arena where I need to reflect something back to them. That's why it's hard for me to decide who gets another wand. Because my impulse was to say put it on Glacea, but I don't think that would work. Because you can't reflect the reflection, right? Because she gets frozen a lot by Fabian's reflecting the freeze. But putting a wand on her is not going to reflect the reflection of the freeze. Because the wand doesn't work that way. So I don't even know who the prime candidate is. Whisper is actually good? Absolutely, dude. Whisper is goated, bro. He's one of the best boss killing epics in the game. Alright. Moment of truth. We've done it. 20,000. 100 mythical, whatever these are, celestial crystals. Drumroll indeed. Actually, hold on. Just used her as a chicken? Oof. Well, unlucky, man. Wand is amazing on bombers. Well, sure. But again, it depends what you go against, right? I'm trying to think of what I actually go against. And I can't think of... immediately. I can put some thought into it if we get one, but off the top of my head, I can't think of who would actually benefit from it. I kind of like that the Zivia Servitude was a event relic, so that the people who never got one, like myself, will never get one, in theory. So it's not going to be like as pervasive as other stuff. I think this is the one we get for free, the custodian thing. Right? Yeah. And it sounds interesting. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to getting one, because the stats are pretty decent. Like, you take this like the... No, well, it starts off at 4-star, right? Because it's a legendary. So you start off with... If they get you to half health, you get a full cleanse. Which I think is pretty handy. I just don't know exactly who to put it on. I think this one, I would take it. And I would just put it on Narcies, because I still use him. But, like, this isn't that amazing. It's only 10%. I mean, I guess it scales a little bit. I know this one's pretty trash. This one's pretty trash. I honestly don't really care about the mythicals because we're probably not going to get one. But if we do get one, I guess we'll talk about it. Alright, let's get the primers out of the way. We got a chicken with the journal. Chicken with the rod. I haven't actually leveled up like relic chickens in a while just because I have so much basalt because I barely get any relics that are worth leveling. Wow, we haven't hit a single one from the category. That's actually kind of nuts. There we go. Alright. Dragonstone added to the collection of Dragonstones that we already have. Last one, Unholy Grail. Okay. We got 2 legendaries. Rip. Another one. Oh, rip. Alright. Moment of truth. We're guaranteed at least a legendary. I would honestly would be happy with a wand. I'm not gonna lie. I would take a wand. Are we gonna get a mythical? We are not. Okay, we got the least exciting one, unfortunately. Yeah, alright. Well, 10% more damage to enemies under shields. And yeah, the only person to me that makes sense are people who ignore shields. So it would either be... It could go on Narcisse, or it could go on Arnorn. This ignored shields. And the stats are better for an Arnorn. Right? Because it's attack. The defense is kind of weird. It makes sense to me. Does Arnor need extra damage more than Narcisse though? Yes. There are many, many situations where my Arnor doesn't kill people. The thing is, like, so Arnorn is really strong if your enemy does a bunch of buffs. Right? So if you know he's there, the best way to deal with him is to not put out a bunch of buffs, and then he's not going to hit that hard. He's just going to hit normal. He's a lot easier to deal with than people think. It's just that people run in there with their normal teams. They're like, oh, Siphi, Arbiter, what the heck? The Arnor clapped me. And it's like, well, yeah, no shit. Right? But if you... I've had many, many instances where I don't kill people because he just doesn't hit hard enough, or he doesn't have increased attack or whatever. Greetings from Sweden? Hello! Greetings from the United States. Assuming we still have good favor with the Swedes. Who knows anymore nowadays? Honestly, just think, yeah. I mean, no, it's either one of them. Either one of them would work. I probably use Narcisse more, but I think it would be more powerful in general on Arnorn because it gives me attack as well. So if we look at our stats before, we're at 8k. 8k attack, 276. That's another thing, right? My Arnorn's a baseline, right? He's not... I don't have a +4 awakening, so we're missing crit damage. I don't have any empowerment or anything like that, so he's only in Savage with no other set on. I would not be opposed to having like Savage Feral to prevent bombs and like carnages, but that's tough. I don't think I have the gear for that, or I know I don't have the gear for that. But that would be like the ultimate like super stretch goal. Why are you laughing, Rye? What did I say something a little too real? A little too real there? I could, if I had the other other three pieces, I could see the argument for switching into that banner, but right now he has a quad attack banner, which is kind of dope. So it would take I would need a really good set to really take him out of this gear. But even more so than that, I know that I don't have these two in Feral. Or like these two in terms of quality. Like, this is an attack one, this is HP, this is HP with crit, this is HP. I know that someone has an attack percent chest in Feral, and I could make this work. Oh. Oop. Hold up. There we go. I can make this chest work in the build, like if I needed to, but I don't have gloves, so it doesn't really matter. Or I guess I have crit damage gloves. I do have crit damage gloves, but I'm not stealing them from Marius, and I'm not stealing them from Carnage. At least I would like to not do that. I could see an argument though for more so the Carnage ones, because it's the stats are a bit more matching, but it doesn't matter. I would need a Feral ring in addition to the banner to make that work. So the build could exist, I guess is the point. In theory, but just not at the moment. Anyways. So what did we say? We're at 8,000 attack. Did I hide the chat? Oh, I did. Oops. All right, it'll refresh when everyone sends something. My bad. You bring block damage. Yeah, that makes sense. Unkillable block damage is a good way to get around it. Just kind of tank them. Last year and a half, he pulled every bomber in the game. Congrats. Well, like I said, I've hella basalt, so we might as well take it up to 4-star. I don't know about 5. I don't know if it's that good. So now this is interesting. If no enemies take... No, that doesn't make sense. %5 more damage to targets under shield. That would synergize. This is a nice gemstone, but I guess this would be useful if they trigger the passive, get nuked, and then he gets a turn and goes again, so the second time it's used. I guess I don't know the math on... Well, I think we do one of these regardless. I don't know the math on 5% more damage for each buff on the target versus just 10% crit damage. I feel like considering that we want to do buffs or want to ignore buffs, I think this makes sense. I don't know. I need some math whiz to work that out. I don't know which one's better. The circle is a bit rip. I probably will go with this one because again he's meant to go after. These are all the CC things. The rare ones aren't going to be that strong. So we do 15, 25% more damage to enemies under shields. Not bad. Should we test it out? Need to not die. Let's do Galley, Arnorn, Protection, Necret. And then we just burn off the stone skin. Oh man, I hate when they're actually super slow. We didn't get lucky with the protection set. Alright, he died. Boom! Yeah, see, we didn't even kill Arbiter, but like I said, they don't have they ran out of buffs. Like they didn't have a bunch of buffs on, so we didn't actually hit that hard. I mean, now he's just gonna kill him, but it really works when we need a team that has a ton of buffs on them or something. But that's not like a crazy team like this. People don't run like Siffy on their defense much anymore. Oh, well there's a Siffy. This is dangerous though. Alright, for the sake of the experiment, we're probably gonna die here. 6-star polymorphs, we don't want to run. We don't want to run the burn. I think we run Donnie here to try and stay alive. Oh jeez, 2-turn stone skin. Dude, why are people so weird? Why are people so weird, man? That's unlucky, we just wasted Donnie's passive. Alright, let's see. Oof. Yeah, see, we didn't kill Siffy. Because she had no buffs. And now we're screwed because they have 2-turn stone skin. So stupid, bro. So stupid. 2-turn stone skin on a Carnage and an Empress, bro. Like, this is what happens when you expect people to be normal and they're not. We're just gonna get polymorphed. It's fine, but at least the stone's gonna burn off when they take a bunch of turns. We got block buffs on, which is not good. Protection set failed me there. Unlucky. Actually, I should probably be running Lightning Cage on him, now that I think about it. I'm out of tokens, though. Oh well. Alright. That's fine. I'll test him out later. I think that's the right choice, though. I think it's the right choice compared to Narcisse, even though I do love my Narcisse. But I think Arnor just has better gear. He's actually, I think he's next. Oh no, he's not next. Oh, actually, I haven't redone my list since I got him. If I had to, looking at my list here that you guys can't see, he's probably like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's like 5th in line in terms of champions whose gear I want to reroll. So like I said earlier, I'm working on Mesmel at the moment. I want to get these to crit damage and these to speed. And then this is really specific to me and how I do it, but after her it's actually going to be Queen Ava. But that's because I run a lot of block revive when it comes to like tag team arena, classic arena. You're not going to see Queen Ava much in live arena. You might see Mesmel here and there, but that's pretty rare. Buckalacco, thank you for the follow. Yeah, there's a handful of champions ahead of him, but I'll think about it. So we'll wrap things up here. A little bit of CT, a little bit of champion training, and then we'll find somebody to raid. Call it a day here. 4 hours, decent stream. All right. Let's see, who be streaming on the Twitch? After my music. What the hell? Oh. There we go.
I don't feel this is right. I don't know, should we let go? Diving into your mind just to
Having prowlers, having the boom bot.
Whoops.
you feeling the signs? Feel it cold in your bones.
Clicked on the wrong tab, my bad.
To the sky to see a silver sun.
Put myself back over here.
The only one who always feels this way. I can't be the only one who
Just revealed what I'm about to go do after this stream. Got to go watch some pro Valorant. Need to rework Donnie's chest to res. Got his 5-star. Oh, get his 5-star. Yeah. Yeah, both of those. Yeah, it's 100 res. It adds up. Okay, I guess we can raid Undead. We haven't raided him in a while. Raid Chanel. Same category. All right. So yeah, that is going to do it for today's stream, folks. Appreciate all of you, as always, for hanging out with me for the past few hours, or however long you were hanging out in the stream. Once again, reminder, in the upper left-hand corner, you can see there that if we can accumulate 5 subscriptions by 20 days from now, 3 weeks, we unlock the monthly takeover for the month of March. So hopefully we can make that happen. But most likely, I will be kind, and for the first ever takeover, because obviously no one has seen it yet, so maybe we need proof of concept first. But we'll probably still do it anyways, even if it isn't unlocked. So, little teaser for you there. But yeah, if you would like to sign up for an opportunity, you can do !takeover in the Twitch chat. Should pop up there shortly. And if you're watching via YouTube and you did not see that, that's fine, because the link is right there. So you can sign up for a chance to win. All you gotta do is fill out the form, and that is your entry into the raffle to win the takeover. So, yeah. Easy as that. So, the plan for next week, same thing. 10 a.m. Pacific time, same place. We'll be streaming again. Hopefully, I think we should have the Fusion news by then. So we'll probably be able to talk about whatever the next Fusion is, and then work on whatever else we're working on when the time comes around. So yeah, appreciate all of you once again for hanging out, and I will catch you all next week. Have a good rest of your weekend.